Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Shamayim channel. My name is Carolina. I am an artist, but I also am a medium. I channel soul messages. Today I have a new message for you, and it's gonna be a continuation of the previous message we had here. But before I start, I just wanted to say that if you like this message, please support my channel, put a like on it, comment, subscribe, and support this channel also, okay? Take what resonates, right? But I feel like in the past month God put you in a isolation phase, so to say, where maybe you were in hermit mode, maybe you were a little more in the backside, right? You were not so much in the outside world. And I really feel like this is in tune with this shedding energies we entered to in the beginning of the year, right? And so maybe you saw many past timelines coming, many people from the past coming, and maybe you had this dark phase, and it wasn't really dark. It was more like, when you have a cold, right? And you your body is healthy, but is working on something. This was kind of a spiritual cold, you could say, because you knew you were okay, right? But you saw in your mind's eye many pictures of old past stuff that you could call triggers or negative aspects, maybe your shadow, something like this, right? But you were absolutely healthy and okay, but you were put in this isolation phase where you saw fractions of past life coming, right? And this was all like intuitive working, right? It wasn't like you knew this consciously, but it was within you subconsciously that you knew that you were going through this for a reason, although you didn't know, right? And as you went on your days, right, in your regular life, you start to pick up on the opposite side of those energies that were coming. In a sense, you were separating the wheat from the grain. Does this make sense? Like Jesus says, separating the... I have to check because I know this in Portuguese. Okay, it's separating the wheat from the chaff. I know it makes more sense this way. Not the grain. Because the grain is what you pick up from those energies, right? So sorry about the light, but there's a storm coming. And days have been cloudy, very stormy, like it's been raining a lot. But also very sunny, which kind of makes sense in this message. But yeah, you started to pick up certain keys, certain aspects of those old timelines, old people, old experience you had, and you start to see them in a totally new light. there were certain aspects from past relationships or you know, of even of people, certain aspects of people that you didn't saw before, and there were positive aspects of them, and so suddenly you understood that you had to go back to get those keys, to get those aspects that they maybe were there before, maybe they were not, right? But they were new to you, and suddenly those were the pieces that open a new timeline for you, the timeline for you, the heaven on earth timeline, or aka your greatest dreams timeline, right? And so it was like all that dark cloud was an invitation. It was like a gate through that you have to go through in order to step up to the next level, right? I'm gonna open the window. And so here you are, here we are, you are, today in this new timeline of heaven on earth, and I'm hearing that song, and I really like, from Tracy Chapman, Heaven on Earth. Heaven is on earth, and it goes like, we were born inside the gates with the power of great life, or take it away. The world is our temple, the world is our church. Heaven's in on earth. Really like that song. And it tells us what we know already, that the gates were always open, right? We were born worthy, we were born healthy, happy, with this huge self-esteem. We were born pure, we were born helpful, we were born sacred, right? And it's not so much as working ourselves into it, it's more denying, letting go, pick up what is not helpful and throw it out, right? I really feel like my messages are always the same, but this is a process, this is a gate, this is a marking point in the spirit that is so important, right? And change is not easy, and sometimes we have to wait till we can change. Sometimes we see what's wrong and we cannot do anything about it, and then there is this portal, there is this time, there is this moment where everything changes, right? It's not up to us, we have to work within the with the spirit, right? And then second thing that I feel like that song is so significant is with the power of giving life or take it away. And I feel like that's an everyday moment we all do. We have the power of giving life to others, right? Or taking away, and it's a thing that we are always doing, right? Even in the relationship we have with ourselves, we can give life or take it, not in a, obviously in this spiritual context, in this subtle energies context, right? But it's always about giving life or take it away, right? I feel like this is so significant, but yeah, I feel like we went back and we went collecting gifts from our past, and you went through this journey, and you are going through this journey. I can really feel like you understand that part. You understand that nothing is forever and everything is forever. That energy doesn't ever dies and lives on in our hearts and in our minds. And that's stepping into a new timeline. It's about us putting in our backpacks what was beautiful and what was helpful and what was important and what makes us smile and feel good, right? And hosting a space for those things. And as you were doing this work that was so beautiful and sacred, of preparing yourself to enter in this gate, in this timeline, in this new version of yourself, right? In this new beautiful new moment, I really feel like you started to look around and you saw that everything was absolutely perfect, that you had it all, you just didn't saw it, that you had the love you wanted, you had the resources you wanted, you had everything you wanted. It was a perspective thing, right? It was a thing of perspective, and you thought you were going through this, right? You were doing this by yourself, and you thought you were alone. Although you know that there's many people who go through the same, right? That move in the same way. You thought you were doing this by yourself, but this gate, this portal, this new timeline is in heaven, you know? And so it is for everyone. It is for the collective. And as you thought you were doing this by yourself, right? For your own personal life, for your own things, you heard the guardian of the gates saying, the temple got restored. You were brave. You didn't give up. You kept your eye on the prize, on the focus, you focused, right? You were strong, you were pure. And so you met the guardian of the gate that said, thank you so much. You free me from the weight of the past. You set me free. Now I'm free, now I'm happy. You restored the temple. You are worthy. Now I'm gonna make you the guardian of the temple. You open the gate. All is left for you now is to take your role as a guardian. You open this gate It's only a matter of time for you to walk in it.